Hi guys. Okay, so this is a recording from Wednesday morning session. It is going to be slightly different because I didn't actually record Wednesday session. I'm doing it from memory, but we're going to run through many of the same movements, and today is all about integrating the function of the lower limbs with the upper limbs. And this would be a great thing to do for runners or for people who want to prepare for running. It will get all the muscles engaged that you need to be strong in order to be safe and not injure yourself when loading your body during running. So, as usual, we want to start by standing with your feet just about shoulder width apart, maybe a little wider. Take some nice deep breaths in and out. Close your eyes and pay attention to where your weight is on your feet. Breathing deep all the way up to the top of the chest. Breathing out and feeling the weight soften into the ground and into your feet. Allow your body to become a little looser with each out breath. Notice whether your weight is more on your left foot or on your right foot. Notice whether your weight is more in the front of your feet or the backs of your feet. Make a small adjustment to correct your weight left and right, and then forwards and backwards. It may help to make circles with your pelvis, with slightly soft knees, just unlocked. Not bent, but just unlocked. Find a position where you're 50-50 weight front to back and 50-50 weight left to right. You may have to rotate your body in order to achieve this. Next, pay attention to where the crown of your head is relative to your feet. So thinking about that point at the very top of your head, imagine that point being pulled up towards the sky by a puppet and then moved around to be placed directly in the center of the arches of the feet. Notice how when you move the crown of the head into the center of the arches, the rest of your body aligns to follow. The head is the director of the rest of the body. And if you start to correct your head position in a way that is relaxed, the rest of the body will follow. So, now we've got our feet and our minds woken up into our bodies, we're going to start to reach. First reaches we're going to do are up above the head. So, reaching left and right. I actually did right and left. I'm going to fail to do my lefts and rights today, I can tell. Okay, keep reaching. Up, 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 really reach. Shift your weight left to right. Good. Begin to reach forwards now, in a slow arc, reaching diagonally in front of you. Allow your whole body to rotate into these reaches. Soften the knees. Allow the whole body to contribute to reaching as far out as you can. Keep reaching, shifting your weight left and right as you go. If you ever want to get good at punching, this is a good movement to practice, integrating your whole body behind your reaches. Start to reach down now. You should be past the midpoint, gradually reaching down towards the floor. Keep those knees bent. Good. Now, as you get to the floor, reach to touch the floor, bend your knees at the front, and come back up to standing. Continuing with the reaches now, separating your legs to wider than shoulder width. Beginning to reach up and opposite your body, so left hand goes over to the right hand side, and the right hand dives down to the left foot. As your right hand dives down, you want to bend your knees to avoid stretching too much the hamstrings and the sciatic nerve at the back of your leg. And then reaching up with the right hand and down with the left. So you're going across the body. So right hand, left side. Left hand, right leg. And up with that left hand Cross with that right hand and down. Reaching, and we're going to do, I've lost my rhythm completely, but we're going to do another 10 of these. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come back to standing and shake out your shoulders, shake out your arms. Now begin to roll your shoulders, making as big a circles as you can find. And just notice if your head follows forwards. Keep your crown of your head over the center of your feet as you roll these shoulders. Try and isolate the movement to the shoulders themselves. I don't want to see anybody's elbows sticking out to the side loads. I want to see their shoulders moving with their neck still staying relatively straight. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. Shake out the shoulders a little bit. Bend the neck from side to side gently. Feeling this area of your body waking up. Okay, now moving to balance. Again, this is going to be a whole body movement. We want to get you swinging. And we're going to do 30 of these on one leg and 30 on the other. So, 1, 2, and wobbling's part of it. 3, 4, encourage more wobbling by kicking further. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How's it if you tense the leg you're standing on? 14, 15, 16, engaging the glute, engaging the arches. 18, 19, 20. Last 10, vary the position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fantastic. Stand on the other leg, start swinging. Engage the muscles in the leg you're standing on. 3, 4, 5, 6. Really get it swinging. 7, 8. Wobbling's part of it. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If you catch yourself, that's great. 15, 16. If you fall, that's also great. It's practice for if you're going to fall over in real life. 18, 19, 20. Start varying it. 1, 2, 3. Don't kick your furniture. 5, 6. Whoa. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, standing. Fantastic. Going into calf raising now, getting those calves and those feet warmed up, and we're going to do 20 of these. So, engaging the toes into the floor, coming up onto the tiptoes, slowly back down. 1, 2. Try to avoid any outwards movement of your ankles. Have them going straight and stable. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Really slow down with these last 3. 19, really slow. 20, slow down. Good. Now walking on your heels. Walking forwards and backwards, getting the muscles in the front of your calf to be activated. Extend the toes if you can. Lifting those toes up as you're standing on your heels. So you really want to get that whole underside of your foot stretched out. Walking on your heels. And back to your toes. Walking on your toes. And back to your heels. Walking backwards on your heels. Back to the toes. Forwards. Back to the heels. And coming back to standing. Right. Now we are going to play with the arches. So, in order to engage the arches, what you need to do first is press your toes down into the floor. Particularly your big toe, as your big toe is the stabilizing muscle, well, the muscle that controls the big toe stabilizes the medial side of the arch on the inside here. So pressing that big toe and the rest of the feet into the floor and just observing what happens to your arches as you do that. Not much if you don't allow your weight to transfer at the same time. So now pressing those toes in and feeling your weight translate onto the outside of your feet. So your weight should be running along the outside edge of your foot there. So lifting, toes engaged, getting that arch to be high, weight transfers onto the outside, big toe never leaves the floor. Relaxing again. We're going to do 20 of these. 1, 2, 3. Notice if any of those toes are more difficult to engage than the others. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Really lift those arches. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If you're getting cramped, lift your toes. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and relax the feet. Now engaging the arches from the hips instead of from the feet. There's 2 ways in which we can stabilize the arches here. So I want you to engage the glutes, and you're trying to engage the glutes along the outside and in the middle of them, and you're imagining 2 lasers are pointing out from your kneecaps. And I want those lasers, as you engage the glutes, to instead of pointing forwards, begin to point slightly outwards in a diagonal direction. So you're using the glute muscles to rotate the legs, pointing those knees slightly outwards. And as you do that, notice what happens to the arches of your feet. Now many runners have weakness in these muscles, and it causes their feet to drop, and their poor feet are trying to compensate for that dropping of the arches using the tiny muscles underneath them, instead of using these huge muscles around the hips, which are designed to stabilize the whole lower limb. So we're going to do 20 of these, engaging the glutes, feeling that rotation and opening those kneecaps, relaxing completely, engaging again, relaxing, engaging, relaxing, engaging, relaxing. I've lost count. I'm going to say that's 5, 6, 7, 8. These muscles also balance you. 9, 10. Really feel that rotation. 11, 12, 13. As if your lasers would be pointing diagonally outwards. 14, 15, 16, 17. Lift those arches using the glutes. 19, 20. Really engage, clench. Use those muscles, feel the stability around your pelvis and relax. Now, in order to engage these muscles in a more loaded position, we're going to go into a squat. We're going to go into a half or quarter squat. Gauge it to what you are comfortable with. There is no point in doing this if you cannot sustain this position for at least 20 or 30 seconds. So find a level of bend that you can do comfortably and stay there. Then from this position, what you're going to do is you're going to drop your knees inwards to try and touch them. If you cannot touch your knees, that is fine. Keeping your feet on the ground. I don't want to see too much rolling inwards of the feet. I want those feet to be in contact with the floor. Touching the knees if you can, and then bringing them apart. As you bring them apart, again, it's very important to keep your big toes locked into the ground, like they are stuck there with glue, and they cannot move apart. This forces the glutes to do this movement as opposed to using just the weight on the feet and rocking outwards. So, all the way out. Hold for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop all the way in. Touch the knees if you can. If you can't, that doesn't matter. All the way out again. Feel the glutes engaged. Toes locked down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back in again. We're going to do this 3 more times. All the way out. Engaging the glutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the way in. All the way out. Rotate those knees. Those lasers should be pointing far out to the sides. Engage the glutes. Keep that toe down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. relaxing back down. Last one, touch those knees, bring the hips out, keep that toe down, engage the glute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stand up, shake the legs out. See how it feels to walk. See if you can notice any difference in the way in which you're engaging your body now. Are your hips more lit up in your brain? Okay, now we're going to move to let's do some lunges with some reaching. We're going to do some squats and some lunges, and we're going to really work these legs today. So with these lunges, make sure that you're comfortable with them. We're going to do 20, so that's 10 on each leg. So you need to be grading it to a level that you can tolerate without any pain. We are going to add some reaches to these lunges as well. So stepping forwards, lunging, do not drop that knee inwards. I do not want to see any of this. Have your knee stabilized over the mid of your part of your foot. Reach forwards with the same hand that you lunged towards, back with the other hand. Reach forwards again, opposite, rotating through your entire body, push back. Repeat the same on the other side. Keep that knee straight, reach forwards, other arm back. Reach forwards with the opposite arm, push back to standing. Okay, so 20 of these. Lunging forwards, reach, reach, push back from the leg, lunge forwards, reach, reach, push back from the leg. Yes, it is hard to stabilize this. I'm challenging your balance right now. 1, 2, reach, push back. 3, reach, reach, push back. 4, reach, reach, push back. It's getting tiring, do less. Reach, reach, push back. Reach, reach, push back. That's 6. Reach, reach, push back. Reach, reach, push back. Keep that knee over the second toes. Reach, reach, push back. This is 11. Reach, reach, push back. You can do it. 9 more. 1, push back. 2, push back. 3, back. 4, 5, 6, 7, and back, and 8. Good, back, last one. Really reach, push back, and rest. Shake out your legs. Whew, that was hard work. Okay, so now we're going to move on to some arm circles. Let's give the legs a little bit of a rest, but not too much. So, standing with your feet just wider than shoulder width, sinking down into a easy horse stance. Legs out, arms out to the side. Make circles. So, we're going to do circles that are beach balls first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Footballs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tennis balls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Golf balls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then peas, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then a full stop. Just a tiny circle with your arms. Keep that horse stance. Hold it. Should start to burn in the shoulders. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big circles again. Stand up, shake out the shoulders, and relax your arms down by your side. Good. Okay. Now we are going to do 10 squats. Again, keep these squats comfortable. Do not push yourself beyond what your body is capable of at this moment. It will tell you whether you're pushing yourself too far if it is painful. If it's painful, adjust. Okay. So, starting with your head nice and high, squatting down. 1. Use these glutes to come back up. 2. 3. Keep those knees pointed outwards, like those lasers are pointing outwards like you did before. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Fantastic, shake it out. Just checking the time. Good, okay, so we've got 10 minutes left. Okay, so we're going to move now to some, let's progress your balance. So, starting at the beginning, we did some leg swings. So what I want you to try now is using those techniques that you learned to engage the glutes outwards, pointing those knees outwards to improve your balance. So what I want you to practice first is those engagement of the toes, pushing the toes into the floor, lifting those arches, engaging the glutes, then stand on one leg. Feel the adjustment and the wobble. Try and use that engagement of the toes or the clenching of the glutes to stabilize your balance. Relax, back on the other leg. Engaging the toes, engaging that glute, see how it improves your balance. To compare, stand on one leg now without engaging anything. It may have improved already just because your brain is more aware of the muscles it may need to compensate for any adjustments to your balance. Back down, the other side with a relaxed. How's it on your left versus your right leg? Good, now this time you're going to be relaxed at first, holding that one-legged stand, then go into engagement of those muscles, engaging the toes, lifting the arches, engaging the glute. Does that stabilize you? Come back, same thing on the other side. Start relaxed, then engage the muscles. Engaging the glutes, engaging the arches. Does that stabilize you? Coming back. To get the muscles on the outside of the hips working a little bit more, we are going to start by lifting the leg out to the side. So for this, it does require balance. And so if you wobble, if you fall over, that's really great, that's part of it. Learn how to catch yourself if you are ever to fall over. That is an incredibly useful skill that will serve you if you ever to trip in everyday life, which happens. So, standing on one leg, I'm going to lift that leg out to the side. Try and avoid going with your body too much. Try and keep the upper body as straight as you feel you can, lifting that leg out to the side. Do what you're capable of. So, we're going to do 10 of these each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it does burn, 9, 10, switch legs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you really want to challenge, don't put your leg down in between. 7, 8, 9, 10, great. Okay, kickbacks now. So, out to the side. So you're thinking about that backwards and diagonal direction, as if you were standing in a square room and you were kicking the back right corner with your right leg. Do 10 of these. 1, 2, don't push too far. I don't want anyone's lower back arching too much. If you're feeling pressure in your lower back, you're going too far with this movement. You should feel it in the glute. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, switch legs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, fantastic. Come back, shake it out, and relax. So last thing we're going to do for this workout today, I know we've worked pretty hard, we are going to do the pendulum balance once again and see if your balance has improved from the beginning. 10 swings on each leg. 1, 2, 3, really good at swinging. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Certainly feels more stable on that left leg for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My right leg is not as balanced as my left. Okay, it's time to stretch everything out. So find a wall. I want you to be placing your hand on the wall, and this is going to be a stretch for those quad muscles that we've been working hard with those squats and those lunges, holding onto the heel. And what you're trying to do is bring the knee downwards. You're not trying to arch in the lower back. You're not trying to just bring the heel as close as you can to the buttock. It's about trying to bring this knee downwards and backwards. So once you feel you've got that stretch, tailor it. Move the foot inwards and outwards, rotating the thigh. Find the point in the muscle that is tightest for you. Everybody will have slightly different points of tension, so adjust this stretch according to your body. When you've adjusted it so it's comfortable and feels like it's stretching a part that needs it, press gently with your foot into your hand. Talking about 5 to 10% of your power. Really gently, just to activate that quad muscle, and you should feel the stretch turning off a little bit as you do that. This is going to be training your brain to work the muscles in a lengthened position and is much more effective than simply holding the leg. Relax that tension, pull the heel down towards the buttock again, intensify the stretch a little bit. Your stretch should be able to breathe evenly. Your facial expression shouldn't change when you're stretching. If your whole face is scrunching up because it's really fucking intense, you're doing too much. And one more, pressing that leg downwards into the hand, activating 5 to 10%. Deep breath, relax the muscle, and bring it back to straight. Once again, switching the other leg. Bring that knee downwards. Don't just bring the heel towards the buttock. Think about directing that knee downwards towards the floor. Try not to arch too much in the lower back. And engage the foot downwards into your hand. And 5 to 10% of your force. And relax. Take a deep breath. If you feel you can, pull deeper into that stretch. And engage the muscle again. Tiny amount. It's almost more difficult to engage less sometimes. Keep holding that. Take a deep breath. And relax the muscle. Good, okay. Rolling down now to stretch out the back and the hamstrings. Knees soft, looking down towards the floor. Before you do that, you want to tuck in the chin. Feel the stretch descend the back of your neck. Vertebrae by vertebrae, top down, from the top to the bottom of your spine. Curling round and relaxing your shoulders and your arms as you go. Your head will want to look up to see where you're going, but don't let it. Just keep that neck completely relaxed as you roll down slowly towards your feet. Bend your knees at the bottom. We do not want to feel a stretch at the beginning of this movement. You should be completely relaxed at the bottom with your knees bent, your spine feeling open. Take a deep breath and relax yourself. Now, keeping your head and your body where it is, pushing your pelvis up towards the sky and straightening your knees slightly, you should feel the stretch starting to appear in the hamstrings at the back of the leg at this point. Hold that stretch for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relaxing, deep breath, bend the knees, go back into this forward bend position. To stand, we're going to go engage those toes, lift those arches. Engage the quads by straightening the knees. Use those glutes that you've learned how to activate to bring your spine on top of your pelvis. Lifting the chest. And looking up, if you are dizzy, tense your muscles and push blood to your head. Breathe, relax. Now, rotating, looking over one shoulder, rotating your spine. Try not to get your shoulders involved with this movement, working top down. To come back, come from your feet first, Finish with your head last, working bottom up. Looking over the left shoulder. Rotating top down, all the way to your feet. Coming back, feet first, bottom up, rotation. Let me just see what the time is. Okay. So, the last stretch we're going to do today is going to be a really nice side bending, reaching stretch. So you're going to reach up with your right hand. As you reach up with your right hand, you're going to look at it, bending your knees as if trying to drop your knees away from your hand. Once your knees are bent, you then reach to the opposite knee with the other hand. This will stretch out the side of your body. Do not push it. You shouldn't feel pressure on the side you're bending towards. If you're feeling pressure there, try bending the knees more and reaching higher. Have the opposite knees to hand direction expanded rather than just leaning over more. Hold that stretch. 5, 4, 3, breathe. 2, 1, come back. Reaching up with the other hand. Start with the reach. Bend the knees to bring the body, the lower body away from the hand. Reach down towards the knee on the opposite side for 10, 9, breathe, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, coming back, relaxing yourself. Shake your body out into rotation. Let your arms flop, throw your arms around your body with your spine. Feel this movement translating all the way through your body, from your head to your toes. And that's where we're going to finish today's session. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I will see you again next week.